Hi, this is Kimberly Elizabeth, and I would like to welcome you back to my channel, Bookkeeping Journey. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the onboarding process, and it will be a continuation of yesterday's video. Yesterday's video, I finished off talking about having that client sign that contract, and in today's video, we are going to move on from there. So as after that client signs that contract, the next thing you have to do is make sure that you receive payment for your services, because you don't want to be finding yourself in a situation where at the end of the month you are running down a client for your payment. So clients pay us bookkeepers at the beginning of the month, and we set up automatic payments. So make sure that you get an automatic payment form for them to fill out, and so it states that you'll be charging their credit card or their bank account by ACH, and which is wire transfer. You will make sure that you set up automatic payment to be able to do this, and you have to get their authorization. So they fill out a form stating that yes, you can set up automatic payment at the beginning of every month, and that takes care of your monthly payment. That is the most important thing, or one of the most important things in doing your business, because we all definitely want to get paid. The next thing that you're going to do, no, we have to create a form. Yes, we have to create yet another form. Now this form this form we're going to create is gathering the information from the client to be able to have them all set up properly and giving us access to all the necessary information that we need to be able to onboard them properly in QuickBooks Online and have their account set up and start doing their bookkeeping and working for them in the fastest process possible. It makes no sense that you don't know the road that you're going down, but you're just wandering down the road. That's why we are going to do this form today. So the form that I'm talking about today is basically you're going to be sending this client, after you receive your payment, you're going to send this client this form. The form that you'll be sending your client contains this information. Now I'm not going to go through every single bit of information that is on the form that I have in front of me, because that will take up forever. If you want to have an idea of what else to put on the form, you can always go into QuickBooks Online, the accounting settings, and look at the different things that the client has to fill out to set up their books. When you go into your QuickBooks Online, you might be wondering, but I don't have an extra QuickBooks Online. But think about it. QuickBooks Online provides us with a sample company. Now when you open up that sample company in the settings, so you're going to your QuickBooks Online provider, go to that settings tab, click on sample company, and when you open up the sample company, go to accountant settings, and when you go into accountant settings, you will see the general information, and they fill all that information in there. The information in there is basically if they have the company logo and they want it in, you could put that in for them. Or this is something that the client can do themselves, but there's some clients that just want you to do everything. So I'm behaving like if the client wants us to do everything, we get them to fill out the form. So you find out the company legal name. They also find out the EIN number, or if they don't have an EIN number right now, they can use their social security number. QuickBooks Online does allow you to use their social security number. And then you find out the company address, contact number, if they have a website, an email address. You have to find out what type of entity they have, if they have an LLC, or if they have a S corp, or if they are a partnership. You find out which entity they are, and because obviously this is stuff that they will fill out on the form. So it has the entity. To find out what tax form it is that they use, because obviously the tax form is based on the entity. But QuickBooks makes it easy because they basically have like a drop down menu and it tells you, so you don't have to know it at the top of your head. And another thing that will also be on this form is the tax information. So you have to find out their tax information, because once a company is operating, they definitely have to pay tax, and you will go into the tax center at the side of the QuickBooks. At the sidebar, they have a tax part there. They say sales tax. You go into there, and then you set up their sales tax information in there, and you state if they want in this form as well, they will be stating if they want to file it quarterly or yearly. So you want to find out if they have any loans and if they're paying any insurance, because if they're paying loans, you definitely have to be able to separate that principal from the interest, and make sure that when you are recording their loan payment every single month, that you are separating these two in a journal entry. And hopefully you do know how to do that. That's why it's going to take a course because I learned all of that in the course that I did. And then the next thing that you are going to find out as well, so when you find out about their loans and their taxes, you want to find out if they're paying any insurance, so on the type and the insurance type that they have as well. Then the biggest thing that you want access to is read-only view of their business, of their bills and their expenses, so that you can, obviously you would have seen these before when you sent them that non-disclosure agreement, but now they will give you full access to all the information so that you can be able to bring them into QuickBooks Online and have ideas into where to start, or if you have to do a backup or a cleanup if you have to do a cleanup for them, you'll be able to do all that cleanup with all that information and bring them all in. Because you want to just be in a position where you have every single thing that you need to set this client up properly from start to finish, and so that moving forward that you have a smooth road. Nothing is perfect, so obviously there will be bumps along the way, but not bumps that you could have avoided. So, and you want to do along the way as well is make sure that you're documenting any questions that you had to ask your client, any information that they needed to provide you that you had to ask them, and it wasn't like there in the form. You make sure that you make notes so that you don't always have to be going back answering them the same question over and over, because as we know, as human beings, that's quite annoying. You don't want to do that, because we want to be seen as the professionals that we are. Now, the reason why I have you doing this, you have to get this form out. So obviously for the tax information and stuff, that's not information that might be signed up. They might send you a copy of their information so that you can see it, and but you will start it out with the client. You just let them know what you need, and then you sort it out what's the best way comfortable for them. And the reason why we're doing all of this, think about it. Think of us as a restaurant. Now, if a restaurant is having an opening, a brand new restaurant there is, and he's going to make sure that restaurant owner, he or she is going to make sure they have their chef, they have their cooks, they have their waitresses, they have their cashier, they have the housekeeping to do the cleaning of the tables and the floors. They make sure that they have tables and chairs. They have every single thing set up that they know that a restaurant needs to operate before they open those doors. So they're not going to open the doors and don't have a cashier there. They're not going to open the doors and don't have a waitress to serve you. So think about this onboarding process as setting up the road, so that when you are setting the path, so that when you are setting up your restaurant, so that when you open up your doors and when that client walks in, that you are ready to serve them, and that you have your processes set up so good that it's like, wow, are you sure that you just started this? And another tip that I can give you as well, what I did for all of my forms, I named them I numbered them. So I numbered them like 1, 2, 3, 4. So obviously the first one is the consultation questions that I did, and to make sure that I obviously have those forms. So I number them so that when I go in, I know which form this client is at, and that I can just pull it quickly. And one thing that you want to do though in all of these things, well, backing up to yesterday's video and a little addition I would like to add, is you want to make sure that you at least know your minimum price that you will be charging your clients. You don't want that when someone asks you, so what's the price or what's your minimum price, you have to be fumbling about to find out that. Trust me, I know from experience. And so that's just a little tip that does not come over well at all. So I thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you got value from this video, and we will talk tomorrow about the cleaning up process, and I will just touch on it. I will not be going in and doing any cleanup and doing all of that, but just giving you some ideas of when you're cleaning up a client's books, and the things that you should look out for. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.